Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a transcript using Google Docs. We're going to start off at google.com. From there, you want to sign in. Now, you may already be signed in if you see your name or a picture of yourself in this upper right corner. In this case, I'm going to sign in for the first time. If you are signed in, consider who you're signed in as. Is it a personal Gmail account? Is it someone else's Google account who uses this computer? Or is it your Messiah Google account? For the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how you can do it with your Messiah Google account. So I'm going to hit sign in. If you are already signed in, you can have add account to add another one. And I'm going to use my Messiah email address. I'm also going to use my Messiah password, the same one I would use if I was going into Canvas or Office 365 or any of our other tools. All right, now I see that I am signed in. My picture's in the upper right, and if I hover over it, I see it's callinger@messiah.edu. The very first time you use your Google account that's attached to your Messiah email address, it may prompt you to ask if this is a personal or a business/school account. You want to make sure that you're choosing that it's a business or school account. I think sometimes they call it institutional accounts. Do not choose that it's a personal account. Now, from here, I can click on this is called a waffle, this icon of 3 squares by 3 squares. And this shows me a bunch of the different apps. I could go right into Docs specifically since I'm going to be making a doc, but I tend to use Drive as my main hub for any of these other apps like Docs and Slides and Sheets. So I'm going to go to my Google Drive. Now your drive might be relatively empty. Mine's pretty full, I use it a lot. But I'm going to create a new document, and you can create folders and subfolders to fit whatever your uses are. I'm just going to go ahead and create a new and then Google Doc. And then you'll see this page looks a little bit like Microsoft Word, right? It's a bit more limited, but it's got a lot of the same features in terms of formatting text. Now, if you'd already started your transcript elsewhere, you can copy and paste it onto here. Otherwise, you can just start typing it directly into here. Usually the first thing you want to do is go ahead and give it a title so it's not untitled, and then enter in whatever your text is. All right, so in this case, this is a transcript for an infographic. So it's formatted with some headings to kind of indicate where in the infographic this information is coming from. And it's not really in sort of a paragraph format. It's more of a text, what is written on the page, and then a description of what those charts say. If you're doing a transcript for an audio podcast, for example, then that's really more of just like a full script of what you said in the audio clip. So that should look more like kind of general paragraphs happening. If your audio transcript is an interview, I would expect that you would, like a lot of interview transcripts, it would have the first person's name, maybe it would say interviewer, colon, and then what they said, and then the next person, John Smith, what they said, and kind of go through with those labels. So the formatting of the transcript really depends on what it is that you're transcribing. But let's say that this is what mine was. Now, I've got this transcript available. I want to be able to share it with other people so that people can get access to the materials that I make. So I do that by clicking up here where it says share. And if I see when I hover, it says private to only me. That's the default. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to want to be able to get a shareable link because I want to be able to put that link in my infographic or in my audio podcast description or wherever it is that the content is going to be. So get shareable link, that turns this feature on. Okay, now by default, anyone at Messiah College with the link can view using this link. Now I'm sharing my materials on social media, so that's going to go beyond Messiah College. So I want to get more options. All of these are only Messiah, so let me get even more options. Now I see more options available to me. I'm going to say that it's on anyone with the link, so people can't just, find it with the Google search, but if they get the link from wherever I put my content, they'll be able to access it without signing in. Now, I don't want them to be able to edit it, so it's good that it's still on can view. That potentially I could change to can edit or can comment, but I'm going to keep it at can view. Okay, then I hit save. All right, now I can copy that link. That link is what I need to share with others in order for them to be able to see this transcript. Now that link is also hideously long. So another useful tool is to use bit.ly to be able to make a shorter link. So we'll go do that next.
If you search URL shortener, you'll see that the Google URL shortener and the bit.ly shortener are the top two options. So let's say that we'll click on bit.ly. It's a pretty famous one. Now if I tried to do it now, you'll see that I've exceeded my quota because I've done this a few times. What you can do if that happens to you is to sign up for a free account. Again, I hate memorizing passwords, so I'm going to use my Google authentication. It asks what I plan on using it for, and in my case, probably social media. You could choose other, you could choose any of these. I'm going to say both personal. I'm going to say not applicable. I am going to say not applicable, and I'm just going to keep going. Alright, so now I can hit create. I can paste that long URL, and it gives me this URL, 2SQZNSC. I could potentially also customize that URL so that it'll look even better on my infographic. Let's see if that one's available. Yep, it was. So if I copy this link, that's the one that I can put on my transcript. Just to see what that looks like, it looks like that. So people could easily type in bit.ly/JesusMiracleTranscript and find this transcript. And that's how you can create a transcript using Google Docs.